I will say this: every little Yamamoto update,
I know,
does fill me with a lot of
like
joy.
the Bryce thing's great. The Alex Coffey article, great. And you know, credit to the Phillies, like the idea of saying like, hey, you could be the Japanese player in Philly. Like you could, like that was a really clever pitch, you know, for a guy who said he wanted to go to a team with a Japanese player and we don't have one. I thought it was really clever. I think as far as it goes, the Phillies, and look, I wish I could say I was confident that they were going to sign Yamamoto.
Yeah, me too.
Just the fact that they're in it and the way they've played it, I think they've done a really good job with it. And it is a shame too, because right now, you know, if they sign Yamamoto today, like the Phillies could own the town in December in a way that never, ever, 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 ever happened.
Lift the spirits of the city.
Yes, we all be
that's
like,
what they do.
Thank you, Phillies.
That's
like
what they do.
Never have we needed a sports Christmas present more.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. So, I will say, the longer they stay in this, the longer I start to believe like maybe they really. And maybe their sales pitch is kind of working here.
It's a clever pitch,
like,
man.
You get to be the face of
Japanese baseball in Philadelphia. I mean,
exactly.
you are it. You are the trailblazer.
And let me I just want to give a chance to kind of peacock about.
Oh, really? Is that where we're going?
Seems like a fair
I was not expecting this.
right time to do this.
Sure, yeah.
But it's kind of I want to peacock about our fans, which we are very good at. Is we love
because we're lucky.
Kind of propping up the Phillies fans in this city.
We have great fans.
So the Morosi report the other day was he wants to pitch on the biggest stage in baseball.
Literally, that was it.
And of course, all the replies are, "Oh, Yankee Stadium." If you tell me they showed him clips of Citizens Bank Park the last 2 years, and he's like, "Oh yeah, let me go play in the morgue that is Yankee Stadium."
No doubt, buddy.
Or Citi Field. Listen, big city, overrated city, too many people. Please move. Why would you live there?
It's expensive.
It's expensive, and
Philly's half the price. I mean, think about how much money you get, $300 million or whatever. Think about how much further that $300 million goes here rather than New York.
Correct. Plus, Seltzer was born there and grew up maybe a Mets fan, but like he's talking about the biggest stage in baseball. Right now, there's not a bigger stage in baseball than Philadelphia, and I know Los Angeles and the Dodgers and Shohei's there, and that's going to be. I can't wait to stay up and watch the beginning of Dodgers games.
Yeah.
Do not plan on staying up.
Sadly, I will be watching very few.
You'll see the highlights.
I used to watch late night baseball. What a thrill.
Wow. West Coast Phils is now there's more
I'm just
juice.
gonna nap during the day, and then look, I got through the playoff run. I could do anything.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I haven't got as many tired texts, which is
I've been pretty good. Yeah, I've been doing good.
Well, I like to think that you're thinking about it, and then you're like,
yeah. So I actually pick up the phone. I'm about to fire it off, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
No, not gonna do it. So like, but the biggest stage in baseball is Philadelphia right now, and I think if they showed him the clips and he heard Bryce Harper talk, like that, this is the biggest stage in baseball. You come here, you are part of a star-studded team. We're gonna pay you now. It's so funny because all the reports are they're not gonna be the highest bidder.
Yep.
It's like okay,
great.
Which shows that he really wants to go to a place that he feels like he can win and feels like he can put his talents out there for the world to see. And Philly's kind of that place, right? Like they're gonna pay him. I think they're more probably in the 250 range than
the three
the
plus.
threes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was interesting. The Bowden report yesterday was
it had the Yankees and Dodgers as the favorite.
Yes.
The Mets and who was the other highest bidder? It was Mets and someone else as the highest bidders.
Giants, maybe?
Giants as the highest bidders. And then it had backburner, Phillies, Blue Jays. And was there one other team or was it just those ones? I think there might have been one other backburner team.
Red Sox.
Red Sox. Yeah.
So expected highest bidders, Mets or Giants. Favorites to land them, Dodgers or Yankees. Backburner teams, Red Sox, Phillies, Blue Jays. So, like, again.
They're just in it. They're there. They're there.
They're in it. And obviously from the standpoint of opening up that market and having a presence in Japan is massive because there's like for as good as Yoshi is, and I think Yoshi is really, really good. Like Sasaki coming in a couple years is, I think, one of the three best pitchers on the planet right now.
Wow.
Like I think he's stupid how good he is. So he's coming.
And just in general, there's been a much bigger pipeline in the last few years.
There
We've seen, I mean, Yoshida and Senga and like guys are coming over and they're good baseball players.
Of course,
yeah.
Of course. And it's just refreshing that, and maybe part of me was thinking this morning when thinking about the Yoshi thing, is this just a more of a hat tip or a courtesy by the agent at Dombrowski, who's like a legend in the game? Maybe. But I like having the legend of the game getting the courtesy of that.
And I don't think it is. I think this seems too involved, too specific. And look, there are other GMs on teams that he could hat tip to. And I know Dombrowski's, probably the most, elder statesman now. I guess that's probably
Our guy.
the best term for him. But it just feels like they're in it. Like, again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to say that I think they're going to get him. But
the fact that they're still in
that's
it,
my point. I do think it's real. My point is I don't think it's just like, hey, we're going to. I think it's real. I think the Phillies are in it.
The fact that they're still he hasn't eliminated them. Like, he's still taking meetings. There's definitely something here. The thing that has me most encouraged is, we can have all the lip service from Dombrowski throughout this offseason of like, yeah, we're probably done. The fact that they're even
in on Yamamoto,
to go like 250 plus for another pitcher.
Well, it's like that you talked about last time with like the Blake Snell thing, or an example like that, where if it's like, if they don't get Yamamoto, which we think there's a likelihood, it shows that they're still willing to spend money. And if Blake Snell's price is too low in their mind, I believe they would swoop in, or that type of thing. It gives a belief, and also to the trades, whether it's Burns, whatever. The point is the Phillies might say they're done, but they know they're not. At least internally, they know they want to still add, and that's super important.
That's all I care about.
Me too, buddy.
Whether they get Yoshi,
hope.
Yeah. I don't want to. Well, this is boring part 9.
Yes, exactly. Well, we signed Nola, and now we're gonna wait for the rest of the.
Well, it is so funny. The Phillies have spent the second most amount of money.
I saw that tweet. Hilarious.
I hate this.
I know.
I really do.
I know.
I really do.
But to that point, and I know we've done a lot, but like credit to John Middleton, like the fact that whether they get him or not, John Middleton is willing to offer 250, 270, whatever it is, a number to be in this with these 7 teams, like a number that has to like be at least of a certain level. Like Middleton's willing to dish that out after just giving 175 or 172 million Nola. Like credit, dude, credit.
Credit, yes, but there is the third part of the luxury tax, which I believe that they are $24 million under. And if you go that, and this is for me, so let me have this. Appreciate
does
you.
it have something to do with draft picks? I'm guessing.
This drops the pick back 10 spots. Like, what,
how did I know where this?
Like, what are we talking about here?
How did I know where this?
I can't have that pick dropping back 10 spots. I mean, you're talking about Aiden Miller. Would you rather have Yoshi Yamamoto or another Aiden Miller? I mean, that's what.
It's a really tough choice for me.
By the way,
I'm gonna say Yoshi, but I really thought
early.
about it.
I don't know if anyone's gonna agree with you. I don't know if you'd rather. Have
you
Yoshi.
think I'm alone on that one?
How does it feel? Being an lone wolf.
Well, what's funny is that if we did the poll, 97% of Phillies fans. The funny thing is all the 3% would be high hopes listeners.
They would care a lot.
Yes, and they would be high hopes listeners. Like the only people we can be talking to right now are sitting there maybe being like, well, a draft pick.
It's important. You gotta have young talent coming through the system.
Are your people?
Yes.
Which is great.
Yes. Well, listen, John Middleton's the one that said like
draft and develop most important thing.
But he also said I have no problem spending money now because I know we have talent coming through the system. Well, that's a little. I mean, talk about pressure on our guys.
I know, but you know what? I believe in him. Preston and Brian got this. Like I've no doubt in those guys.
And once
full
again,
confidence.
And I know that we've been accused, I would say, of bullying. You're never allowed to leave. So
no, yeah,
you never.
Yeah.
No.
Like
Preston and Brian. I'm sorry.
No, lifetime. It's a lifetime deal. I'm sorry, man.
You came on the pod.
Yeah.
You're
like one of us now.
Yeah. They traded Mickey, who was a friend of the pod.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of too many friends of the pod. I know.
We don't have enough.
Well, because Preston was like labeled as one of the 10 rising stars in baseball, according to Eno. Which what are you doing, Eno?
Yeah, like chill out.
Yeah, just relax.
All right, relax.
Yeah, he's our guy.
Yeah, we know he's going to be a general manager someday. Let's
can we
rein it in?
We can have the 90s Cleveland front office.
Yes, that's right. Yes, except we're going to keep them all.
Never leave. Never leaving. Never allowed to leave. So I'm sorry again to feel like this is bullying, but I usually get what I want. It's part of being an only child. Is if I don't get what I want, then temper tantrums.
Tell me about that. I got an only child right now. So I feel you.
But the fact that they're even in it, I think, is really impressive, and it shows the commitment to obviously winning. And I don't buy this whole notion that we're out in this offseason. And obviously, the main thing it comes back to is the Taiwan Walker thing, and if he's going to be on this team, because if there's the 24 million thing is right there. If you get off Walker, obviously that opens up another 18 million before the next, the next threshold of the luxury tax. I don't think they really want to get into that. it is. I mean, that's some
It's
big money.
punitive. It's punitive.
Yeah, but listen, 10 spots.
And they're not Steve Cohen.
10
As
spots.
much as John spends and we appreciate, like, I understand the realities of one guy has like 20 billion and another guy's like a few billion, 4 billion, 5 billion.
Believe it or not, can't relate.
No.
You can't relate.
Can't relate to a million, much less a billion.